Hello and welcome to the World of Enchanted Imagination. This is Birds of a Feather. It's a Grayscale art coloring book, volume 1. This is done in a matte finish. And this picture that you see that's on the front to the back, that is all the pictures. That's all the pictures that are in the book. They're in full color, all except for this one here, because that's looks like a crow on top of the horns of a deer. That's the only one that was originally in black and white, but I stuck it on there anyway. So it's a 50 grid picture, shows everything in color, so it's to help guide you through this book. And it goes in order. You'll see the first picture is the owl and then the blue jay. So it goes in order across and then back again. But all 50 pictures are included, so you do have a guide if you want to color your pictures using like how nature intended, or you could color them however you really want. It doesn't matter. The choice is always yours. And I'm sorry, my granddaughter's here in the background. Here's our title page. A little bit about the World of Enchanted Imagination and the websites. Basic instructions. I always like to mention, I recommend to at least put a piece of cardstock or cardboard in between your pages if you're coloring inside the book to prevent any pressure transfers or bleed throughs. You generally don't have that happen with colored pencil, but you still might get pressure transfer. I'm not sure. So I just always recommend it just to be on the safe side. I also recommend, if you have never done Grayscale, to please try to watch some free video tutorials on Grayscale. It's going to make a big difference. This is just a little bit about me and my dedication. And here's about the cover. My cover photo was designed to help and assist coloring the beautiful birds in this book. Birds are so colorful and delightful, but when you don't have any idea what the actual bird looks like, it can be difficult to color properly. Hence, my cover is the thumbnail of all the pictures in the book in full color, except for the picture of the deer with a bird on its head. That's the only one that wasn't originally in color. You may choose to color the birds as they are in nature, or simply color as you would like them to appear. The choice is always yours. Be sure to post your finished artwork on my Coloring Club website address on a previous page. Enjoy and happy coloring. Now, I'd like to mention, see, here's the owl. And that is the first picture, okay? So we're going to go on a flip through of the entire book so you can have a look-see at all the beautiful pictures you're going to be able to color. And bring these birds to life. Maybe they'll fly for you. Okay, this is a blue jay. Now, I'd also like to mention that all of my books, I have them all designed in the same way as far as like the margins. I have it so that you can easily remove these. The paper is of a medium weight, which is quite good for colored pencil. But like I said, if you're going to use a wet medium, you might want to copy these onto some better paper. I personally, even for my colored pencil, I like to use cardstock. It's just me. I don't like to ruin my books or put the images in my books. I like to keep my books clean. But I have colored in the books as well, and on this paper. This is medium, and it holds up pretty good. Our chicken. And I'm just going to kind of do a flip through. Birds are amazing. When I get to the ones that I've colored so far that should be attached with this, hopefully I'll remember and I'll let you know. There are like, I think 2 or 3 hummingbirds in here, because I happen to be a big fan of hummingbirds, and I guess that's why it happened. But I did try to pick a nice variety. Now, for some reason, I don't know why, I just love the position of the wings when he's just stretching his wings and showing off. $50 birds in all. There should be something that everyone should like. even men might like this one. You know, I know there's men that color, but I don't think that there's as many men as women. But I think this one might be one that the men would really, really enjoy. I've been trying to get my fiance to color with me. I started coloring with my 2 grandchildren. And I just kind of fell right into it again. Now this is one of the pictures I colored. This would be a great starter for people that haven't done any grayscale whatsoever. The reason being, it's light. The lighter the grayscale, the easier it is to color. You just kind of follow some shading and you look on the cover for the actual picture. I did not follow the natural way this bird was colored when I colored it, but it came out fabulous and it was very easy to color. I made this like a skyish looking background, but you could do whatever you wanted. You could be water if you wanted. The baby's birds waiting for their food in the nest. Dinner! Now I remember this bird was very colorful. This one cracked me up. Hitching a ride on the pig. There's another hummingbird. And this is another picture I did. That's what I was looking for just now. This came out gorgeous. I just love it. It's just so beautifully colored. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, but I just love the picture. It just all the colors that I personally happen to like, the way I colored it. I made the bird blue with some yellow highlights, and I made my flowers pink. I just love, love, love this picture. You'll have to let me know what you think. You'll be able to, you should be able to see it anyway. Sometimes the backgrounds are just as much fun to do as the actual bird. Now this is going to be a fun picture because not only is the bird very colorful, but the water is a lot of fun as well. I love creating the depth and the ripples and the highlights, and I just kind of follow along with what's already there using my own colors. And the more you do of grayscale, the better you do get at it, and that's just something that I've found. Now, not to say that you don't mess up, because I've been doing it for a while now, and sometimes I really make one that's a mess, and I just kind of say, ah! Sometimes I can fix it, and sometimes I can't. So, but that's just part of the process. Don't be alarmed. Every picture's not perfect, and your first picture may come out wonderful, or it may not. So that's why sometimes it's nice to do it on a copy, so you still have the original, and you can just go back and do it again. I'm looking forward. I want to do this bird. I just think he's so adorable. Now here's one where you can use your own imagination for the background. I would make this sky, but maybe you want to make it snow. Snow is done with lots of gray and white, and maybe a little bit of blue, even maybe a little yellow, but you'd have to keep it light. The crane on the beach. Here's another owl in a field. Now you could keep him as a snowy owl, or you could put some different colors in him. I'm going to keep him close to natural, I think. Some of them have such intense eyes. And I personally always start with eyes on any living creature that I do, whether it be animal or reptile or human. Ah, the little baby penguin. We're almost to the end. Toucan. This is our last picture. And like all my books, they have pages at the end that are left blank. And this is intentional. This is for you. You can take notes maybe while you're watching a tutorial. You could possibly try some colors. Better to try on some scrap paper than on your actual artwork that you're currently working on, especially if you're almost finished and then you accidentally add a color. I will tell you, I have been able to successfully erase some mistakes I've made. That's just something funny that I've done, and it has worked for me. Also, erasing can be used as a highlight on a picture. If I could just spit that out there for you. This is also a great place. Like maybe you're one of the types of people that you don't finish a book or a picture in one sitting. Maybe it takes you a few days or even a few weeks or even a few months. Maybe if you're working on a picture, say this one, and you've got certain yellows or whatever colors you've done, you might want to say, okay, the owl picture, I use this color, and this color for this and that and this. So that way when you go back, you have some idea, you know, what colors you were using. So you can kind of keep it consistent. And that is the book. I really love this book. I'm anxious to color more pictures in it, but I will show you the two that I have done already, and I think you're going to love it. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of your finished artwork on my coloring page. Happy coloring. See you soon.